What's up, guys? Welcome back. Glad you're here. On today's episode, we're going to be looking at a very new deck coming to Kickstarter. That's right, by a very well-known guy. That's right, we're going to be talking about the new Latin Quarters deck by Jamie Stark and Michael McClure. So, without further ado, buckle in your seatbelts. We're going there. Let's go. On today's episode, we're going to be looking at the new Latin Quarters playing cards by McClure and Stark. This deck is designed by Jamie Stark and produced by Michael McClure of Doc's Playing Cards. The Latin Quarter playing cards are an original design for the long-defunct underground casino, the Latin Quarter, in Lexington, Kentucky. The Tuck Box is printed by Close Street Press, who's done a lot of Art of Play and Theory 11 decks, as well as many more. Along the top there of that black matte tuck box with a lot of gold that just jumps off at your every stare, you're going to see the words Casino and Lounge with the crown in the center. Go below that and you're going to see a gold spoked wheel with that LQ monogram and the words Latin Quarter in red press foil inside of that banner. More gold script work follow along until you get to the very bottom where you're going to see the fleur-de-lis symbol, which is also a kind of decorative symbol or motif made popular by the Catholic saints in France, more particularly Saint Joseph. This is also the symbol for Quebec City, who is a part of the Latin Quarter alongside Paris. Above that, you're going to see the words Lexington, Kentucky, where this casino is originated from and is part of a lot of organized crime, murders, gambling, and more. Along the left side there of the tuck, you're going to see a lot more of that framed gold work and more of the fleur-de-lis which carry on. You're going to see the words made for games of chance and a Latin phrase which means the die has been cast. The right side of the tuck box, like I said, is still that same framework, but it's going to contain the words premium playing cards and made in the USA. The bottom of the tuck box is going to feature some more gold outlines and whatnot, and it's going to say design and artwork by Stark Designs LLC and distributed by Doc's Playing Cards. The back design on the tuck box itself is going to carry over, which we'll see here shortly, and is going to be the actual back design of the cards themselves. Now, because this is a artist proof, my tuck seal varies from the finished product. I believe the finished tuck seal is going to be more of a peachy style and is not going to contain the words artist proof like mine does there on the bottom. You're going to see the same Latin Quarters LQ monogram there in the center with more of that kind of scripty work and the words Latin Quarter at the top. The upper part of the tuck box there on the upper flap is going to say the words Latin Quarter, again in that same kind of red pressed foil, surrounded by more script and black gold work. The bigger part of the inner flap is going to say a trademark there, and in the center, along another kind of gold spoke type wheel, is going to have that same crown we saw on the upper part of the front. On the inner flaps on the left and right, you're going to see that all black matte tuck box shine even more, and it's going to have a fleur-de-lis symbol again on the left and right. The back design of the deck itself is also very elegant. You're going to see that minimal white poker border there surrounding that all black background with that very nice gold metallic ink script work that we saw carry from the tuck. You're going to see that fleur-de-lis there up top and the words Latin Quarter mirroring themselves from left to right. This is a two-way back mirrored image, making this deck great for gameplay and magic. This deck does come printed by the United States Playing Card Company on their crushed premium stock. That's right, it does have a traditional cut and an air cushion emboss. This is also a Kickstarter exclusive deck and never to be printed again. All right, so with this deck, you're going to get some extra cards. The first one is this guarantee add card, which is going to say McClure and Starks there at the top. Premium playing cards made for games of chance. And at the bottom, it's going to have the Gambler's Creed. Sometimes you win and sometimes you learn. The next card is standard in a lot of different playing card decks you see nowadays, and that is the double backer. The double backer has the back design of both the deck on the front and back, and is cool for a lot of magic effects and more. The last two cards you're going to get are your duplicate and original Jokers. It's going to have that skull sporting the jester hat there at the upper part with that kind of spoked wheel again showing itself in the background with the words Joker and a banner in the center. It's going to also say Joker in the top left and bottom right. The pips and indices in this deck are your industry standard, seeing as this is a kind of stylized, more standard-esque poker-style deck. The courts in this deck are also your industry standard, a little bit more redressed, so to speak, or kind of updated with where you're going to see a lot of real nice gold metallic ink kind of show itself to kind of blend with the style of the deck. Also, the larger pips there by the faces of the courts have been stylized, as you can see there, where they brought that same script work within the deck also through the pips. The aces in this deck are a lot more prominent than the ones that we're used to. As you can see, they definitely enlarged the center pips and added that same script work, the fleur-de-lis, as well as the Latin quarters monogram there in the diamond. The ace of spades is the beautiful prominent one of all. It's going to have that enlarged spade pip there. It's going to say Latin quarters in that same kind of banner that we saw along the front side of the deck itself. You're going to also see the words casino and lounge again with that crown showing itself in the center, and Lexington, Kentucky at the bottom. All right, so you want to know what I think about this deck. 5 out of 5, all across the board. This is one of those decks that I've been waiting for. That perfect blend of everything, right? So much so, you know, we're seeing a lot lately of these casino style decks, or hotel and casino or whatnot. You know, we had the My Turn hotel and casino, the Black Roses hotel deck, the Juice Joint deck by Doc's Playing Cards. You know, it's becoming a thing, right? But Doc has executed it perfectly, and to follow in the footsteps and kind of pay homage to something that's very real, as far as the organized crime and, you know, the underground casino and whatnot of Latin Quarter and things like that, to kind of touch on that and kind of bring that back to life and show that is just, it's great. You know, a lot of people try to do things or recreate something and it kind of falls short of what they were aiming for. So definitely, and you know, just like I said, everything about it, the Clove Street Press printing the tuck box, you know, Jamie Stark designing it, Doc's Playing Cards fueling the you know, the vehicle, is just, it's something just for the books. So like I said, this deck will be on Kickstarter live come December 2nd. Like I said, you guys will also have the opportunity to back the chips, the casino style chips. They're porcelain, they're not the cheap plastic that you're used to, you know, whatnot, that just fall apart, break, whatever. As well as the casino die that say Latin Quarters in black. It's just beautiful, very elegant. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get my hands on those. I wish I was, but yeah. So like I said, December 2nd, mark it on your calendars because you do not want to miss this. I'm telling you. He's also doing 2 versions of this deck gilded, so you'll have an opportunity to pick those up as well. I don't know if that's going to be something that is going to be unlocked right at the beginning of the Kickstarter, but I know this deck is not going to have any issues funding whatsoever, but make sure you're there early so you can take advantage of any kind of early bird specials, if any, and more. So, as always, I want to thank the great people over at Docs, Michael McClure, Kendra, the whole team, for allowing me to have this deck before a lot of others, so I could do the review for you. And if you enjoyed this review, you know what to do. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you beautiful people on the next one.